Happiness relates to our why as human beings and to our common goal as a living species. About 2,500 years ago, Aristotle pointed out that if we apply why to any question, at the end we find that everything we do relates to wanting to be and feel happier. In his words, happiness is something final and self-sufficient and is the end of action. Everything that we choose for the sake of something else except happiness. Happiness is the most sustainable competitive advantage and the ultimate currency in the purpose economy. It offers a competitive advantage because we buy, work, and live to pursue and attain happiness. Because we buy more, work better and more effectively, and live longer and healthier lives when we are happy. We believe that we are at the beginning of a widespread realization that there is a version 5.0 of business which puts happiness at the center of what we do. Happiness for customers that we serve, happiness of the employees within the organization, happiness even at a societal level. When happiness is at the center of everything else rotates with purpose around it. Profit, prosperity, and growth will follow as a result. Happiness is a business strategy. A yellow goldfish is any time a business does a little extra to contribute to the happiness of its customers, employees, or society. We have identified 9 ways of increasing happiness in business to delight the customer and drive growth, productivity, and prosperity. We use yellow as a metaphor because of warmth. In our evolution as humans, we are programmed to look for warmth instinctively. As we have evolved, we develop skills integral to our survival. As we walked out of the cave, our senses immediately jump into survival mode. In a split second, we assess everyone we encounter on just 2 basic criteria. Are they a threat, and what's their ability to carry out that threat? Research conducted by Susan T. Fisk and Chris Malone in the book The Human Brand has shown that over 80% of our judgments are based just on these 2 factors every day. Assigning characteristics to our perception, we can label these as warmth and competence. And these perceptions don't just apply to people, we also apply the same standards to products and companies. We automatically perceive and judge their behaviors on a subconscious level. Brands are people too. And according to an article in Harvard Business Review by Amy Cuddy, a growing body of research suggests that the way to influence and to lead is to begin with warmth. Warmth is the conduit of influence. It facilitates trust and the communication and absorption of ideas. Even a few small nonverbal signals can show people that you're pleased to be in their company and attentive to their concerns. Prioritizing warmth helps you connect immediately with those around you, demonstrating that you hear them, understand them, and can be trusted by them. In the words of Chris Malone, perhaps the greatest takeaway is this: companies need to embrace significant change in the way that they do business with customers, better aligning their policies, practices, and processes to reflect warmth and competence. The Yellow Goldfish project was based on data collected from over 300 companies. Rosaria Lauman and I specifically looked for ways that brands can enhance happiness in business. Little things that can truly make a big difference. And in reviewing all of the companies, we began to see patterns. We saw that brands could leverage 9 different ways to drive happiness for customers, employees, and society. The 9 ways make up the acronym of happiness. Let's start with the H, which is for health. It all starts with health. Without health, we have nothing. It's an easy concept to grasp. You need to manage your health as a basic need to achieve a state of wellness. An example of this is from the Max Borges Agency. The agency offers its employees benefits such as an on-site gym, fitness classes, and reimbursement for athletic competition entry fees. The A is for autonomy. Autonomy is about having control over both work and life. Freedom and control over one's actions promotes happiness. An example of this comes from Patagonia. At Patagonia, they have a policy called Let My People Go Surfing Time, a period during any workday where employees can head outdoors to get their creative juices flowing. Of course, they can't abandon their duties or ditch a meeting, but popping out for an impromptu climb or bike ride or surfing is encouraged. The first P is for purpose. And according to Gallup, when it comes to communicating an organization's purpose, words don't matter nearly as much as actions do. Companies need to find ways to bring purpose to life to promote happiness. An example of this comes from Grayston Bakery. The bakery runs the Center for Open Hiring. It's a collaborative learning space that helps to facilitate the widespread adoption of open hiring and also supports innovation in the delivery of community programs. The second P of happiness is for play. Engaging in play triggers all of the dose chemicals in the brain that influence our happiness. DOSE is an acronym for dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. An example of play comes from Southwest Airlines. Southwest's funny flight safety announcements inject fun, creativity, and recognition into everyday experiences that increase happiness and loyalty. The I is for integrity. Integrity is about operating your business in an honest way that everyone can believe in. An example of integrity comes from Tony Chocolonely. The Dutch company exists to change the chocolate industry by making 100% slave-free production. They are out to show that chocolate can be made with integrity through direct relationships with cocoa farmers and other supply chain partners. The N is for nature. Nature and design can be a powerful resource for us creating happier, healthier lives. An example of this comes from GE Healthcare. Doug Dietz from GE created an engaging MRI scanner experience for children. The improved experience didn't frighten children, but it provided them with an adventure that led to better scans and increased usage. The E is for empathy. Feeling connected to other people is at the heart of happiness. All existing research on happiness confirms that the quality of relationships with the people we care about and surround ourselves with is the #1 predictor of happiness. An example of empathy comes from Lexus. Lexus dealers always treat customers as they would a guest in their own home, going to any length to solve an automotive problem, mechanical or otherwise. The first S is for simplicity. The more you can cut, the more efficient you can be in conveying your message or designing an experience that creates happiness. An example of this comes from Apple. The drive to simplify has become a hallmark of the Apple brand. It takes a lot of hard work, the late Steve Jobs said, to make something simple, to truly understand the underlying challenges and come up with an elegant solution. As the headline of Apple's first marketing brochure proclaimed in 1977, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The second S is for smile. When we smile, we send a message to the body to rebalance, to cultivate health, vitality, and joy. An example of this comes from Qualtrics. They offer their employees an opportunity to fulfill a personal dream. It's called the Dream Experience. And full-time employees who've been with the company for 1 year receive $1,500 a year to create a unique experience. In summary, We should build companies where the goal is to maximize the happiness of employees, partners, and customers. Then profits and loyalty will follow as a result.